Covert contracts is when you're trying to do something to get a response out of your wife, right? You've got to look at all the stuff is that you're doing it for you no matter what. She either gets on board or she doesn't. Because when she doesn't do what you think she should do, you're going to build up resentment. And then that resentment is actually going to come across as needy, unattractive behavior. You're going to come across as a butthurt little crybaby, and that's unattractive behavior. She's going to be able to sense that, right? So you got to let go of attachment to outcome and like, oh, did she respond to this? No? Okay, cool. I'll just put that in my field report. Yeah, I tried this. It didn't work out very well. Yeah, try something else next time, right? Be very indifferent to it. So you got to let go of those covert contracts. And then the end game is being the prize. You've got to become the prize. Guys don't just like, you hear online in the red pill space where men talk about how they're the prize. You're not inherently the prize of anything, dude. You've got to put work in to become the prize. We have a burden of performance as men, right? It's Breifeld's law. Women have to see you as adding value to their life, or they're not going to be with you. Right. So you have to be you got to be a valuable guy that they want around. Women don't need a man anymore. Right. But they want men, but they want a man that's worth having around. Right. So in order to be that guy, you've got to be an attractive guy that's worthy of women wanting him to be around. Right. You've got to become the prize. So high value man consistently, it says here, a high value man consistently chooses his wife, making her feel validated. So this is where like you're so high value and your wife is like putting enough value into your life that you're the one that's choosing her. Right. That's why when you get to the end of dread level 3, you need to ask like, what value does she have? Do I even like her or not? Right. If you're asking yourself these questions, why am I with her? Do I like her? Do I even want her? And the answers are yes for those. And what value does she really add other than sex? If she's adding value, like how can I lead my wife to add more, add to my vision, all that kind of stuff. And she's doing those things. Now you're choosing her. Yep, I'm going to choose to stay with you. When you get to that mental model, that mental frame, you're choosing her, and then she wins the game of hypergamy. Right. She wins the game of hypergamy because it says here that this is how you eventually unconsciously and passively dread so that your woman's greatest source of validation is realized, being selected by a high value man over and over again. Right. So you're now at the place where your sexual market value is so high. She sees you as her best hypergamous option, and then you evaluate, do I want to keep her or not? And then when you choose to keep her, she feels validated, and then she's going to love you more. You understand? That's how it all works. Authentic leadership and congruence creates a feedback loop of desire. Right? It creates a feedback loop of desire. She's going to keep seeing you as her best possible option. And then that's going to create mutual fulfillment because she's going to be banging your brains out. She's going to be adding value to your life. You're going to continue choosing her. She's going to love you for choosing her. It's a positive feedback loop. You understand? That's how you fix the marriage. That's how you fix the dead bedroom. It's a wonderful thing. It sounds terrible though. It sounds very manipulative, doesn't it? It doesn't, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing at the end of the day. One of the things that my coach, I have a coach myself. One of the things my coach talks about is like getting rid of your resistance to the word manipulation. Right. And he says, manipulation, like a lot of people hate that word, but it's really your intent behind it. If your intention is good, like the rules go out the window. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, you're trying to fix a marriage, and everybody wants a healthy marriage at the end of the day. First 3 books of the sidebar are, oh no, I was wrong. No More Mr. Nice Guy, Married Man Sex Life Primer, and Married Man Sex Life Primer is the third one that I'm missing here. This one, Married Man Sex Life Primer. I'll tell you what, guys, my new book that's coming out Friday, I have to finish editing the audiobook. I've got 3 more chapters to edit. They're all recorded, but I've only got 3 more chapters to edit. I incorporate everything No more Mr. Nice Guy stuff. When I Say No, I Feel Guilty stuff, and Married Man Sex Life Primer, all in this book. Concepts from them, all in this book. It's going to be available on audio, which is awesome because Married Man Sex Life Primer is not available on audio. So this is going to give you an alternative to listen to. If because I recommend like reading a book 10 to 15 times if you really want to get that information. You'll be able to listen to my audiobook 10 to 15 times, get all the good stuff from those 3 books in one book. But you're going to read those books on the sidebar. You've probably, he says you've begun to build a life apart from your wife, right? You start going out, bowling nights or whatever. You start going my one client, he goes back to Bible study or whatever. You start having a life outside of your wife, right? You're busy. You don't have time for a sexually disinterested wife. If she's not putting out, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go hang out with the boys, right? I'm going to go work on my hobbies. Whatever. I'm not going to spend time around here because I'm not appreciated, right? You're going to dress well. You're going to groom a little bit better. Your hygiene's going to be good. You're going to trim the old beard for the new year, right? You're going to shut the fuck up regularly, but still fail sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Now, what they talk about as far as shut the fuck up is a lot of guys don't have, when they're first starting out, they don't have the mental frame and the communication skills to be able to effectively communicate from a position of leadership, right? And it's one of the things that I teach guys how to do in my coaching program. I teach Paul Benjamin's Luca model as far as communication goes, and that's a way of not deering, but communicating from a position of leadership that's really effective, and your wife respects it, right? Until you get to that point, if you don't have those skills, it's better to not say anything at all. Shut the fuck up, right? So that's what they talk about. You're shutting the fuck up regularly instead of getting into dumbass arguments, but you're still going to fail, okay? Now, a lot of guys will fail in this stage. A lot of guys will fail in this stage because this is the stage where she starts having hysterical bonding sex with you, right? You think you've reached a finish line, right? She's fucking you out of survival now, not out of desire, right? She's like, oh shit, this guy's leveling up. He's losing weight. He's getting fit. He's dressing better. The reason why women start their hamster wheel starts going when you start doing that kind of stuff is because that's what women do, right? Women start losing weight when they're ready to start lining up orbiters and they're ready to move on from the relationship, right? They start getting attractive again. So when you start doing that, they're like, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is he cheating on me? Like, you're going to get questions like that. Are you cheating on me? Is there another woman in the picture? Like all this kind of stuff, right? One of my clients, he's getting that. He's getting that from his wife. And I was like, good, fucking good, bro. Because that means that her hamster's running the maze, right? So she's going to start really, like, if she's doesn't want to lose you, she's going to want to start fucking you more. Okay. But it's more out of the hysterical bonding thing than genuine desire. It's more out of survival. Right. But the problem is that when she starts having sex with you regularly, guys think that they've reached the finish line. They're like, yeah, oh, well, I already did it. Right. Oh man, this dread stuff was easy. I only had to do it for 3 months and now she's fucking me again. That's crazy. Right. So they get complacent. They stop doing the work. They stop doing the stuff that they need to do to keep improving, to make it a habit, to make it a part of who they are. And then they fall back into complacency. And then, she stops doing it like 3 months later. They're like, fuck, what happened? Now they got to start from the beginning again. Right? This is why you have to make this stuff a habit, a part of who you are. It's about fixing your unattractive habits, making more attractive habits. Right? It's not about getting her to change. It's about becoming more fuckable, as Ryan says in Dread. That's when you start moving on to stage 2, right? Now that she's like hysterically fucking you again, and you just keep working on the stuff and you keep reading the books on repeat, you keep, going to the gym regularly, you keep doing all the stuff that's making you more of an attractive guy. Your wife will start fucking you for all the same reasons in stage 1, but also, this is how you're going to know that you're in stage 2, right? You're capable of talking to cute, pretty, and sometimes beautiful women in public, often around your wife. You're not afraid to do that anymore. You don't give a shit, right? And then when your wife says, hey, what, that girl was flirting with you, you'd be like, well, yeah, why wouldn't she?
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.